Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do weekly and monthly energy reads with candle magic assistance. I do divine and spirit guide message reads, sometimes with candle magic assistance, sometimes with pendulum assistance. I do yes and no tarot, I do predictive tarot, I do energy read tarot, and I also do active magic, candle magic tarot, and that's what I have for you today. Today is a timeless reading, which means that whenever you're called to this, it is the right time for you to see this. And today's working, it's like magical takeout. I conjure the energies, I activate them, I empower them, and then there's yours for the taking. Concentrate and draw them to you to help clear your situation. This is a cut and clear. The cut and clear removes any attachments, any attempts to impede, interfere, to curse, to jinx, to hex. It will also remove somebody from your energetic field. I have 4 piles in this. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4. In a moment there's going to be an insert so that you can pick your pile, but first remember to answer my giveaway. I give away a 60-minute free reading every month for the remainder of 2020. Drop a comment in the section down below. Be sure to subscribe and you will be entered for the free giveaway. The winners are announced at my monthly energy read. I already have my first winner. She was super pleased with it. I look forward to a chance to read for you. Again, what you do is you concentrate on these. All of these are empowered and activated, and they have a conjuring oil on them to focus on a specific area of life in which you feel like you need to detach from a darker energy, from an attempt to bully you, from an attempt to influence you, or an attempt to hold you back. That's what a cut and clear does. It frees you from the energies of the past, any attempts in the future, in the psychic and in the physical world. Concentrate, see which one calls out to you. I will see you at the time of your pile. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, then this is your pile. Your candle was anointed and this knife was anointed with cut and clear oil, which is about cutting energetic ties. Your area of focus is the bend over group, which is about undue influence being exerted against you. Bend over is a domination oil. If somebody is trying to take away your free will, either in the physical, the psychic, or the magical world, this is not the same thing as a 7-day working, but it does give you that energetic boost. It does give you the kind of the shove forward that you might need energetically. So, cut and clear oil, anointed the knife, and then I have one last step to do in the working before I explain to you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I cut all ties in the physical world, in the practical world, in the tangible world that we can touch from now until the end of time, between any interference, any attempts to bully, any attempts to influence against the will of the people watching pile number 1. All right, we're going to put this over here after I explain what is on it. Cut and clear works are always going to use a lot of salt because that does help remove negative energies. It helps dissolve blockages as well. So this salt has been mixed with lemon essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, peppermint essential oil, and lavender essential oil. All of those are about removing evil and also obscuring the work from any readers, any practitioners, anyone looking to see if you've had this kind of work done. It will be obscured from them. The salt is regular table salt, but also mixed with sea salt. It also has lavender mixed in. That does help calm people down. It does also help put a sort of obscuring fog over a working. I then have eucalyptus leaves. That is something that dissolves evil very quickly. It is not as long lasting as rosemary, which I also have on the plate. And I put carnations on there to oomph that power up. Carnations are about power. I used white because that is the color for diplomacy, for forgiveness, and for kind of diplomatically worded type of exchanges as well. I also have a pomegranate flower to help this bear fruit and continue to grow even after I've finished this reading. And then I also have one of the, and I'm not sure what this particular flower is called, it grows here in California, but I used a purple flower from some of the wildflowers that grow here to kind of up the power. All right, let's get going. I have several different types of cards here. For a predictive spread, I have my, I think it's the Golden Tarot. It's a medieval-based tarot. It has very minimal imagery. And then I've got a couple of different kinds of oracle cards. I'm going to put these out. I'm going to put this out, predictive spread, and then if I need anything more, I will draw from them. Here is face your shadow. Ooh. So that's interesting. These are notes from the universe, divine guidance messages. It's a new guidebook. It's a new oracle deck to me. I'm kind of finding it interesting, and I drew one just to see if the universe had anything that you need to work on to try and help you free yourself, because it's not always somebody else who's doing this to us. Sometimes it's our own inner turmoil, inner conflict, and things that we need to clear from our own energetic field. So your shadow self may be the thing that is holding you back and dominating you with the bend over. Then I also have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. These are two things that will help in clearing your energetic field, because it isn't all just done by magic. A lot of it is done by you. And then I also have dance. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. There is such a focus on this. Lift your vibe, raise your spirits, make sure that you're participating and making yourself happy as well. Going down at first, this does not look good. Yeah, I have the Seven of Swords in reverse. That is a card of clarity. I have the World in the upright, Hierophant in reverse, Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups in the upright, Knight of Pentacles in the upright, Three of Cups in reverse. Oh, interesting. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Wands in the upright, the Moon in the upright, the Page of Pentacles in the upright, the Tower in the upright, and then the Four of Cups in the upright. Okay, interesting. Woo, okay, so you're discontented. Again, this is a general reading and it won't hold true for everybody. But there are multiple scenarios playing out here. So what I also have over here is somebody, you're receiving money, support from an agency or an entity or an individual that helps make your life possible. You may be on disability, you may have spousal support coming to you, and you are experiencing undue pressure from that entity. This will help clear that. In order to clear your energetic field, you do need to concentrate on trying to be happy with what it is that you have. Even if you feel like you have nothing, there is still the ability to interact energetically with your world, with your surroundings, to raise your vibe, simply to reset your mindset and open up your energetic doors to receive more. Your happiness can be on the uptick if you are able to, it looks like, kind of circumvent and steer around this. Somebody's dealing with an agency. There is going to be a change in that. It does look as if the work that you have put in will bring about the change that you want. You may not receive as much as you want. You might want to look into some prosperity workings to try and up this a little bit. I have resolution on this and the change that you want coming to you, but it's not fully satisfying. You have sent forth many communications in the past. Things are just not working at the level that you need them to. I've got somebody here who's dealing with a particularly punishing ex-partner as well. It looks like they have, they've either racked up some debt for you. You may need to contact a legal entity in order to clear that up. I've got somebody who is financially taken advantage of as well. Oh, God. Okay. I have multiple cards here that suggest that somebody is under undue influence, undue pressure from a friend, trying to get money from them, kind of on a consistent basis. There's almost, you're going to need to start reinforcing boundaries, and you can do so kindly and firmly. Simply say no and don't explain. If somebody says, hey, can you give me $60? I need it for whatever. Just say, no, I'm sorry, I can't. And if they continue to, well, why not? Why not? I'm sorry, I can't. It's the easiest way to continue to reinforce a negative is to simply refuse to provide more details. That's within your rights as a person. We all want to help one another, but we do have to sustain ourselves first. If you have extra, it's always a good idea to share. As you are blessed, bless others, and it will come back to you multiplied. However, do not deplete yourself. Do not deprive yourself trying to help somebody else, because when you do that, you're simply draining your own batteries and you have nothing left to give. Oh gosh, somebody is under a lot of pressure from a student loan provider. You need to write to your political representation. That looks like it's going to be the thing that will help you the most. Explain what's going on. You have a state representative who is likely to be able to help you, or at least put you in the right direction. So there's student loans here, there's undue family pressure, and there's something that looks a lot like spousal support to me. Somebody's coming under an extreme amount of pressure to accept less support than you might be entitled to after the dissolution of a marriage. Don't rush things being over. I get wanting to clear something out of your energetic field, but don't do it in such a way that you're paying for years to come afterwards. Sometimes you do need to do the slow and steady work that is the Knight of Pentacles of a fight in order to achieve what you need to. There is this energy of needing to really be careful with your communications as well. One of the best ways to help clear this energy is going to be apparently through written communication, and also not trying to do too much at once. You've got to have patience. You've simply got to have patience. And I know it's so much easier to say that than it is to have it. Yeah. Communication is key, and then allowing, this is the moon cycle card, the moon in the upright. It can be about confusion and things being obscured. I'm not seeing it that way. I'm seeing it as a call to wait for the amount of time to pass. Impatience is something that we're all trying to overcome at all times, particularly when things are causing us stress. Examine the relationship that is bringing this. There's a bullying energy here. There's definitely a bullying energy about somebody trying to tell you how to live your life and what to do. Remember, you got this far without anybody else's input. You're going to continue that way. You can have everything that you want. Hey, you're not actually taking enough time to simply celebrate the parts of your life that you need to. Do deal with your past wounds, and do deal with, we all have darker parts of ourselves. Even the best people are fighting off. I think it was Mother Teresa said that the reason that she, and whatever you happen to feel about her path in life, she believed she was doing very good work. She related a story about being on a train in 1930s Germany and realizing that she had a Hitler within her. And basically, as uncomfortable as it is, we all contain the seeds of something that can grow into something that dark. We can be influenced against our better natures. It's up to us to choose the direction that we're going to go in. So the bend over, this can also be societal pressure. It can be pressure from your church, from your political party, from your relatives. Whatever it is that is pushing you in a direction, that stop, examine your motives, where you're going, what you truly believe about what is important in life, and take back control. Battle your shadow self. Lean towards happiness and make sure to laugh a great deal. That raises the vibe instantly. Evil hates laughter. It hates happiness. I know that old Star Trek episode where they laugh out something that's this terrible dark energy. Genuinely though, good-spirited, kind-hearted humor, where you see the humor in your own mistakes and try and help people with theirs as well. That is the enemy of all things dark and oppressive. This is really not that bad. You have it within your capabilities to solve this situation kind of expediently. Your impatience, the 10 of Wands in the upright, is genuinely the thing that is kind of keeping you from resolution. That's in the matter having to do with somebody's applying, it looks like for disability or some kind of assistance, and don't give up. Don't give up. Sometimes you have to simply keep asking to find the right answers. I'm going to draw a couple of different kinds of oracle cards here to try and clarify, if I can manage the deck. I do like that though. I do like that. There's a serious spirit of continuing to communicate, and remember to document everything. That was a big part of this. In terms of the bullying friend, the only thing that you can do is quite simply decide that maybe that person does not belong in your friendship group. Sometimes we outgrow our friends, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to continue on a path. Sometimes we learn what we can from somebody, and it's time to move on. We have inspiration and come together. Inspiration is be prepared, you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she'll call at any time. This is very important to that, what you need to write. There is a group that needs to reach out on that student loan issue. You need to reach out to some officials on this. You genuinely, it looked to me like you were having a tremendous amount of pressure put on you, and you need to reach out to, again, your state officials, your Congress people, in order to try and bring that to heal. They're breathing down your neck. You need to push back with the authority available to you through the government. We have come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team help gets the job done. Gosh, that's in the exact same spirit. Remember, reach out for the resources that are available to you. Even though this is a timeless reading, I'm filming this in the time of a lockdown. Some things are not working, but remember, they will get back into the swing of things. Don't forget to try and reach towards the solutions of an official nature. I do believe in magic, but I also think that magic helps guide our own efforts, and that as we put effort into the world, that's the thing that really has a tendency to show the biggest impact. You're just getting the energetic leg up into that saddle, and then you're supposed to ride. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get anything else here. Is there anything other advice here available to group number 1 for the bend over group, coming under undue influence, and we're looking to clear that from the energetic fields. Okay, 2 more times. And this is it. Hostilities, rest and rejuvenation. Journey, and then the thinking man. Okay, I like that. It backs up almost everything. Stop, pause, contemplate, find the resources that you need. Don't forget, a well-worded Google search can help. And if you can't come up with something, start troubleshooting with a friend. Often, it's when bouncing ideas off of somebody that you find the best path forward. Hostilities, this is something from a family member. Somebody is saying that they can't, that you need to help them. And it's putting a lot of pressure on you in a really, it's like twisting guilt screws. Just like step back and don't accept the pressure. And if this person, you're not going to lose this person from your life, but they know that you're a little bit of an easy mark. So be careful with that. Whatever they say, remember, you can recognize the dysfunction behind some tactics sometimes, and it will free you from the damage it might otherwise incur. Journey, and then the thinking man. This is particular to the group having something to do with student loans. There's something that's gone just like haywire with that. And you do need to look into industry standards for lending and see what protections are in place for you. There's something with that group, and remember, this is a form of entertainment. Please take everything under advisement as confirmation versus determination. But I have something in that group that says there's a little bit of a loophole that the lender who's putting so much pressure on you is aware of, but they're pretending they're not. Catch them out on it, and it should help you. All right, I think I'm going to go to one last card deck here for the Making Magic, which I always enjoy doing simply because it shows what magical energies are available to us. We have air. God, this is communication. It always is. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. There was the 8 of Wands in the upright. That is communications. It's often written ones. Make sure to document. Trinket 5, manifesting money and income. And then Spirit, heavenly assistant from your guides, angels and guides. Now, there is at least one situation where in the situation where somebody is trying to fight for the adequate amount of support and kind of backing down from it because they're just tired of fighting. They're just tired of fighting. Remember, stand up for your worth, but also know that you're being led in a direction that will help protect you. If something does become too draining, look to another avenue. It looks as if there is an amount that you can receive that is absolutely your just due. Don't try and go beyond that, though. Simply, you don't actually want this person involved in your life much longer going forward. I keep looking down for my remote control. Hey, if you liked this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. There's going to be a button over there or down below. Don't forget to hit the post bell notification because I will be on live streaming, giving away readings for the foreseeable future as the lockdown continues. Not everybody can afford a tarot card reading, but most people would like some answers. So I've been trying to give away some readings, trying to give people some answers. It's just something fun we can do to kind of lift the spirits, but you won't know I'm doing it unless you hit that post bell notification. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there is an insert in a moment that will contain all the information, including a link to my website about how to do that. I would love to read for you in the real world. Take care. Be well. Remember, sometimes when somebody's telling you to bend over, you can simply say no. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 2, then this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with uncrossing oil. Now, crossings can be hexes, jinx, curses, or any attempt to impede, interfere with, or hold back. So it can be in the physical world, it can be in the energetic world, it can be in the magical world as well. This is not the same thing as the 7-day working, but it will give you that little bit of a leg up. I have conjured, activated, and empowered all of these energies for you. Draw them to you. If this is a minor matter, this should help you. All right, and I do have the cut and clear. This is in the physical world. We cut all ties. That is part of the working. I didn't actually remember to do that until just a second. I did on all the other candles, but I had the knife out for that. There's a motion. All candles, as something is facing you, this would be the past, this would be the future, this would be the physical world, this would be the non-physical world. I turned everything around, so we were actually cutting ties within the physical world there. So the cut and clear oil and cut and clear working is to try and detach you from energies that might in any way impede you or mean you harm. What I have on the plate here is salt that is mixed with lemon essential oil, lavender essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, and peppermint essential oil. Those are all designed to dissolve blockages, to allow good energy in and to push the dark energies out. I also have eucalyptus, I mixed that with lavender because lavender helps calm situations down, make everybody a little bit more mellow. It also helps obscure a work so that a reader, like looking, will not know that somebody's been doing magic. This is more for the big 7-day workings that I do, but for this as well, if somebody is checking on you regularly with cards, then they're not going to be able to see that you're fighting back a little bit energetically. Then I also have eucalyptus leaves. It's a quick dissolver, and that removes any dark energies that are close by so that you can kind of fight your way out of an energetic box. It's not as long lasting as rosemary, which is protective over the long haul. I do have carnation petals, which are about kind of adding oomph and power to something. They're white because it's a spirit of diplomacy, forgiveness, and it keeps that nice, subtle, calm, even-keeled vibe in communications. I have pomegranate blossoms as well, so that this will continue to bear fruit and grow, that the seeds planted here may multiply. Pomegranates are great for prosperity. We're trying to get this magic to prosper and grow in your world. And then I have some little purple flowers from a type of plant that I'm not sure, but they're just offering to spirits. Spirits, what I work with, I basically pay what I work with in beauty, because I work with celestial and angelic powers, that's universal and divine. They have a great appreciation for beauty, so that's why I try and make everything look so pretty. It is the bargain that I've made with them, is that I will do only the good works that I can, and then also I try and give them offerings of things that are lovely, because that is the energy in which they work. All right, we have a predictive spread, and then we also have, these are notes from the Rejuvenate. Really? Okay, interesting. And then success, and then empathy. All right, uncrossing group. I have a feeling you actually really may have been crossed, perhaps in an energetic matter. How often do people get cursed? Not that frequently. You have to put a lot of work into curses. You have to usually go to a professional. I don't do cursing work, by the way. But you can, by like really vibing ill intent at somebody, essentially create energetic blockages and difficulties for them. There is somebody not wishing you well. You're a very empathetic person, and they're trying to hold you back from success. Rejuvenate is also about psychic cleansing and clearing in order to heal. Then I have adventure, live wild and free. Oh, I understand. Okay, so it's possible you've been plagued by dreams by just this feeling of being very, like nothing good can ever happen. There's hopelessness in your life. Remember, continue to go forward. Even if you can't see the path forward yet, it will become clearer. Don't stop, don't pause, keep going forward. That is what adventure is about. All right, we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups. There's personal relationships, Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, High Priestess, 4 of Cups, 6 of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse, 7 of Pentacles, what are you? 10 of Pentacles. That's quite frequently the energy. 4 of Swords in reverse, the World in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Temperance in the upright, and then the 8 of, well, we're going to put these guys over here. Okay, what is crossing you? Because it's not always going to be about individuals. It can be about situations. And I do have at least one group where you're simply going to have to wait for the thing that is holding you back. You're not cursed. You're not blocked. You're not being interfered with. Somebody here has a personal relationship about which they're asking. Nobody's trying to interfere with your relationship. The person that you're interested in has something that they need to heal first. They cannot be in your life until such time as they'd healed. They wouldn't be good for you, and they wouldn't be good for them either. So that's one group that you need to focus on you and continuing with your progress as you wait for this person who I do have coming to you. They are working hard to try and heal, try and be patient. So that's one group, but somebody else has a former lover. You are wondering when you left them and it was fairly bitter. It was a fairly bitter parting. They wanted you to come back and you would not, and you're wondering if they are energetically interfering with you because nothing seems to be going correctly right now. I have good news for you. You're not cursed. You're not cursed. They're not doing anything. It's just the situation that's making you think it's because of the lockdown. Now, this is a timeless reading, and if you're seeing this at a different time, it's still going to hold true. That there is an energetic block in your way. It is not magic. It is not ill intent. What it is you're being held in stasis until such time as you achieve the growth that you need. That is Temperance. That is one of the Healing Angels card with the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. You need to work on building the strongest form of you before you're going to be allowed to continue on the path to success. That's the Rejuvenation card. You've got to heal. You've got to heal. Actually, multiple people here have a you've got to heal before you can go forward. Do reach into these energies, though. This will add a healing element. It will help cut you off from the slights, the missteps, the mistakes of the past. It will clear that from your field. Let go. Let go. We can't go forward if we're looking backwards all the time. Let go of the past. Nobody gets a time machine. Live in the present. Whatever happened, try and heal from it, learn from it, take it forward. It will make you stronger over the course of time. If you're really, really struggling right now, please understand I empathize and I'm so, so sorry. Try and trust in you. You have a wonderful track record. Is anybody here actually being cursed? Yes, we've got, oh my God, yeah, we really do. The Magician and the High Priestess. Is that a pro? Okay, okay, I have some, I have an indication that somebody here has been energetically interfered with. That may be a jinx, a curse, a hex, or a crossing, and it was done by a professional. I don't know what this person thinks that you did to them. It does appear to be a matter of love, and they didn't get what they wanted, and so they're blaming you. It's not truly your fault. It is a professional working, though. I'm very sorry. This will help clear your confusion for a little bit. You might actually need to look into hiring somebody to do a cut and clear, a real live, 7-day working, potentially with extras on it, type of cut and clear, because somebody has actually put something on you. It's actually a little bit rare to see that. You have to be cheesed off at somebody, and I don't do cursing work. Now, I will unhex people, I will uncurse them, and when I do that, I don't do return to sender. I actually take that energy and I send it far away in source where it cannot hurt anybody. I just feel that whenever we know the impact of something, then we're responsible for it. So I will not send something back to him. Hey, you're trying to hurt me, here, have it back. I don't do that. But you will need to, and the person, you're going to know who you are. You do need to find a pro. You do need to find a pro. You're not, all the attempts that you've made so far, and you've actually been trying pretty hard. You've been doing you've been doing all kinds of work trying to get rid of this. It's just not working quite yet. You've been taking all kinds of action. You need somebody who is working in a discipline. Make it a pretty positive one. You'll get better results. Be careful. Whatever energy you invite into your life is part of your life. But you will be able to overcome this. It looks like it's really causing you dysphoria, a lot of depression. Like sometimes you can't even get out of bed. And you'll have a lot of pressure in your chest sometimes. Remember this, okay, I have to do this standard disclaimer where this is a form of entertainment, but this is what's coming to me. You get a lot of pressure in your chest. It's not heart related, but if you are getting pressure in your chest, do make sure to see a medical practitioner. But it's more that kind of deep, like sobbing, can't get rid of the grief type of feeling that is being inflicted upon you. You do need to find somebody to help lift that off of you. Why that person put you, they weren't well. The person who has cursed you is also dealing, but you can heal. You just need to find somebody to do that work for you. Then you will feel happy again. What you're feeling, they're using your empathy against you. They're trying to make you feel what they feel you made them feel. Is there anything else? Is there anybody just dealing with like regular level stuff? There's somebody who also is simply dealing with depression. You will need to get some more exercise, please. Endorphins are so important. It will help lift your vibe. It'll make you feel better. And you actually do need to do the level of work that you're managing your energies through crystal sound bowl healings, and they're free on YouTube. You don't need to go to somebody and you'll get a better result. But if you're on a budget, if you have those constraints on you, know that there's a lot of free stuff available via YouTube. Please do not try and fight back magically if you don't do magic. You are opening up the door for things that can really oppress and hurt you even more. Please don't do it. Your frame of mind when you're doing magic is very, very important. Is there anybody else here? Is there anybody else here? There's a general energy of people who feel like things aren't ever going their way because 2020, and again, this is a timeless reading, but 2020 has gotten off to a rough start. Know that this is, God help us all, I hate the phrase, part of divine timing and it's for your highest good. There is something important that you're learning here though. And this is not for, if there's somebody who just feels absolutely destroyed and their life is I am not talking about what's going on with you. Please understand that. This is not about grief, loss, pain, despair. This is about, it feels like I can't ever get anything going in the right direction. This is what you're being crossed by is actually your highest self saying you're trying to go in the wrong direction. Try and meditate, tap in, get your chakras aligned, get all cleaned up, get all scrubbed up in that area, and see what comes to you because you definitely have something trying to communicate to you. I'm going to go to the Quantum Oracle for a little bit of clarification. That situation where the person has actively been cursed, we have new supportive connections. That's interesting. You genuinely need a good practitioner. You really do. There's just, the person who cursed you has a little bit too much time on their hands, and they have a little bit of a personality disorder going on, and so they feel very much like your victim. Please understand that hurting them is not going to accomplish anything. Just free yourself and move forward, and find the right practitioner to do that. There we go. That information should come to you. That's the new supportive connections. For the last group that is wondering, that they're not going in the right direction, that they're pursuing the wrong path, know that somebody is coming into your life shortly who is going to help guide you, is going to, if they're not already there, listen carefully, somebody's giving you excellent advice. Your higher self group, that's you, dark thoughts. We have planning and action. And then one more, a creative endeavor, transformation. Okay, so that was very much almost exclusively for the last group. That was, you feel like nothing, you try and you try and you try and you don't make any progress, and you're wondering why. Your highest self, your higher self is telling you, wrong direction, change paths. You keep trying to pursue something that hasn't brought you happiness in the past and it won't in the future. There is an energy of somebody just also dealing with depression. And it is terribly, terribly taxing, but do know that you're going to be able to overcome it. In the new supportive connection group for that, I would start looking for a medical practitioner to try and see if there maybe isn't a medication that can help for you. Now, depending on your feelings about it, some people find cannabis to be very, very helpful in depression as well. If you're in a state where that's legalized or approved for medical use, start looking into that. Start looking into that. It genuinely might help you. All right, here we go. And will also help with sleep, because somebody here is just getting no sleep over this. Sorry, I keep dropping half the deck. There's something nagging at me about this group. Oh, there's a generational curse as well. There's a generational curse as well. There's an energy of, like, look at your family history. Almost everybody in your family, things start going south for them somewhere around the age of 45 or so. And it's happened on and off, mostly on, for the last about 6 generations. It's because you are from a family of that immigrated here, I believe from, it's somewhere in Europe. It's either Spain or it's Italy. It's darker hair, slightly darker complexion. It's followed you because it started out there. You can actually free yourself from this, but you do need to kind of reach out to your guides to ask for assistance with that. You'll be able to cut those ties. This is a cut and clear in the energetic universe via meditation. And there's ultra-dimensional work, which means basically trying to have communications with guides in your sleep, during meditative practices away from the physical world, that will help a great deal. You can't solve that problem. It was put on your family. Was it deserved? I'm afraid so. There was apparently a kind of a dreadful theft generations ago, and somebody really honked off somebody who did like hardcore level magic, and they did curse your family. Don't worry, you should be able to untie those ties fairly free, because things have improved greatly. And the person who enacted this you can reach them potentially through a medium, and they will be willing to set you free, because your family has actually gone in a very good direction. I had self-confidence, strong self-belief and a sense of worth, and then happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. That's another thing that'll help with the depression, people suffering from depression. And you're not being exteriorly cursed in any way or impeded. It is your brain chemistry. And that can also be tied to things like generational curses and things, but there are ways to fight back in the physical world that are very, very effective. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Please consider sharing it. Please subscribe. There's a button over there or down below to do so. Hit the post bell notification. You'll be notified every time I post a video or when I'm on live streaming, answering your questions for free, which I'm doing during the lockdown. This is a timeless reading, but I should be doing that for the foreseeable future. I would love a chance to read for you. Don't forget to enter the giveaway by dropping a comment in the comment section down below after you subscribe. The giveaway is open to subscribers. I pick a winner at the monthly reading every month. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to do that. That takes you to my website. I would love a chance to read for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Be well. Reach into this energy. And for the group that really needs the extra, like you need to find somebody to take this off of you, keep revisiting this. It'll help keep your head clear as you try and find the right person. Okay? Take care. Be well. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, then this is your reading. This knife was anointed with cut and clear oil, and what I would do is cut all ties in the physical world, in the tangible world, in the world that we can touch and we interact with. That is the last step in this particular working. I don't think I did it for the first group, I did it off camera, but I did it for the second group on camera, so I'm going to just keep doing it. Your candle was anointed with cut and clear, and then also psychic intuition oil. If you feel like somebody, and you can throw dark energy at somebody, you can vibe at them until such time as they're kind of unwell. If you pick this group, then it is potentially true that you think that is happening to you, and in fact you were drawn to this, so we'll find out soon. But let's talk about what's on the plate. I had sea salt and table salt mixed with lemon essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, peppermint essential oil, and lavender essential oil. So lavender helps obscure the work from any readers or psychics looking. They're not going to see this in readings. The lemon, eucalyptus, and peppermint. Peppermint helps remove energetic blockages to receive and or push out. Eucalyptus helps take away darker energies. It's fast acting. It's not as long term as the rosemary that I have on there as well. And lemon is also great for dissolving any energetic blockages. So we're trying to cut and clear energy that is holding you back, impeding you, and potentially blocking out your psychic eye and your ability to channel or tap in. Your meditations might not have been going well, and you might feel like your intuition's a little blocked. So if that describes you, you're in the right group. I have eucalyptus oil on there, again, to dissolve those dark energy blockages. I also have rosemary for longer term protection. I have white carnation petals for the spirit of diplomacy, forgiveness, and peace, and also power. Carnations actually add a lot of power to a spell. I have the pomegranate flowers, again, those are from my backyard, to help this prosper and grow and continue to propagate. And then I have those little purple flowers from one of the California wildflower bushes that I have in my backyard. That purple is power. It appeals to spirits, it appeals to divinity, and I do make everything as pretty as I can because what I work with, I essentially pay it in beauty. I don't do conjure. I don't make bargains with spirits that marks some of the types of magic that are done out there. What I work with is celestial and angelic, universal and divine powers, meaning that it's a little bit like church. These are offerings to what is on high. All right, so let's find out what's going on here. I think I'm going to start with this. This is a Notes from the Universe. Speak up. Okay. Don't forget to stand in your truth. Speak your truth. Do not be held back from it. Health and forgiveness. Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Forgiveness, I acknowledging that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, if you're, what are you again? Psychic intuition. Okay, somebody's holding a grudge and that's what's blocking it. You do need to clear that matter up with the person that you're going to need to receive that information as well. Your view of the situation is your view. The person that you think might have hurt you, might be blocking you, they have their own view on it, and you do need to have a conversation with them about that. It will help you gain insight to release that energy. Health. Okay. The health group, you are doing things, you are taking in things that are the things that's responsible for blocking your intuition. Drinking is a big one. Drinking is a really big one. Eating too much meat as well. It's a lower vibrational food. It takes a long time to digest. It pulls you down. Clean up your diet just a little bit. Try and do a nice 72-hour detox type of thing. Only if it's safe for you, consult your doctor. But it will help clear you up a little bit. I think during the shutdown, in particular, this is a timeless reading, but I think you've taken in too many inflammatory agents, and that's actually what's going on. Remember to avoid fluoridated water and fluoridated toothpaste. It is one of the enemies of intuition. I don't know that anybody's going to end up having somebody do this to them on purpose, but you are blocked, and this is what we're trying to clear. Reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Oh, more and more and more advice on meditation. All right, 10 of Pentacles. This is our house arrest card. This is the lockdown card. High Priestess. King of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in the upright. 6 of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Chariot in the upright. The Lovers. Six of Swords in the upright. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles in the upright. Interesting. All right, Death. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Wands. All right, so Psychic Intuition group. I'm going to get this group out of the way a little bit. Hey, our Queen of Wands folks, now gender is not specific here, but you are searching, you're waiting for your person. You're waiting for your person. You feel like you can feel them sometimes and then other times you can't. That health matter is really playing a factor here. You are connected to this person. They are engaging in practices that lower their vibration. Just wait, just wait. They are clearing things up. They are trying to heal. You will receive news on that soon, but you're not actually blocked. There just isn't progress to be made at this time. Work on you and wait for them. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, you're waiting. Knight of Wands. You're trying to get the court together. It will be soon, the lovers. I'm so sorry because I hate this message too. You need to have patience. Divine timing is at play. You're not actually psychically blocked. You're being asked to do your own work while your person does their work. So that's one group, and I'm afraid that's all this group has to say to you. Be patient. Be patient. Work on you. Enjoy your life. Your person, things are getting straightened out, but this is the stuff that they're dealing with as well. I would not... talking to friends and things, but don't try and reach out to this person. If they're going to reach out to you soon enough, give it the time it needs. Remember, somebody's in a twin flame situation here, and you've got a runner-chaser situation. Don't be a chaser. The runner will just keep running. Work on you. Focus on you. Be the best, strongest version of you, and this will come to you. The lockdown is impacting the abilities of some people as well. Your anxieties about the future are blocking out things. You do need to try and really set the energetic stage. You're going to need to take kind of a full day focusing on health. You need to take a full day to do a spiritual bath, to do a chakra cleansing, to do, there's something else, like eat very light, like vegan meals just for a day, even if you're not vegan. I don't happen to eat meat, but that's not everybody has to be like me. It's just that if you're dealing with foods that are very easy to digest, it keeps your vibration a little bit higher. And that's the reason too, for a full day, avoid animal products. Do it the day before and the day of as well. There's a good detox thing. If you get yourself detoxed, you're going to make progress once more with the Chariot in the upright. Your frustration is one of the things that is blocking you out. I've got somebody here who's very, very gifted, but is doubting their gifts because they haven't seen the results that they want yet. Again, that is your lesson, some patience. And why are you getting a lesson in patience? Believe it or not, it's the thing you agreed to do before you came here in this lifetime. It may be because if you feel pretty impatient now, that's something you've been carrying with you for a while. You need to set it down so it's not with you on your journey any longer. That is the Six of Swords in the upright. New beginnings, new life. Messages are going to, you have to put in that work to receive. I'm very pleased that this is not coming from an exterior source on anybody. The other piles, there were exterior forces. Pile number 3, I'm so very sorry. You're the source of the blockage. Impatience and inability to commit to some of the practices that will kind of really hone and perfect your craft. You have to rise above some of your, I'm so sorry, you have to rise above some of your instincts that like draw you towards things that are not necessarily good for you, that are blocking things out. And you have a tendency towards, you have a tendency towards frustration and impatience that causes anxiety. Try and be patient. Try and meditate to bring in patience. Ask your guides for help in developing patience. Try and live each moment mindfully. And I roll my eyes at things like that because, well, I'm sure this is essentially meant for me as well. Patience is not, I'm a very patient person in most areas, unless it's something I really, really want. And then I just can't get here good enough, fast enough. And we're all a little bit like that. And sometimes things will take even more time because we're pushing too hard and trying to make everything bend to our will. And it's been sabotaging relationships. Trying to have everything that you want in the way that you want, when you want it, is actually part of the thing that has had a difficult impact on your relationships in the past. Remember, it's about compromise. We all have a vision of what we want. Make sure you're incorporating the vision that the other person wants as well. My dog Oscar, for some reason, has chosen this time of day to just come in and be very needy. What else have we got going here? Anger. There's some people who need to do some anger management work to help cut and clear the energy that is holding you back from truly tapping in. Yeah, psychic intuition. Boy, I also, and this is a general reading, but most people must be choosing pile number 3 because I have multiple scenarios and a dog that's nosing me. I have multiple scenarios playing out here. You feel like you have great intuition for everybody else and not much for yourself right now. That's not an accident. That's not an accident. There's inner work that you need to do. Frankly, you've been relying on your intuition to guide you and to kind of exert a little bit too much influence over onto other people as well. You're a very charismatic and powerful individual, and you need to accept that other people are entitled to their visions, to their hopes, to their dreams, and that not everything involving another person should bend to what you want. It's a little bit of the release the ego kind of energy, but remember, you're awesome. Releasing the ego is not the same thing as giving up a sense of self. Releasing your ego means releasing demands that things be done in exactly the way that you wish, that your self-image that is propped up on kind of inaccurately envisioned, the things that you value about yourself. They may in fact be valuable. And in fact, everything about you is, but you're putting too much emphasis on something that you want and need as being the sole thing that will make you happy. You've dug in a tenacious fashion, and that's the thing that you need to cut and clear, is do not mistake stubbornness as being interchangeable with willpower. Stubbornness is actually thwarting yourself. Willpower drives you forward towards something. Stubbornness blocks out something. It makes it almost impossible. Hello. It makes it almost impossible to make progress when you're spending too much of your energy on preventing something. Thank you so much for, well, I think I'm going to actually draw some oracle cards. My dog is just being a freak right now. This is Oscar. Oscar was found abandoned on a highway 6 years ago in Missouri. And he is a wonderful, wonderful dog. But he has gotten to the point where he hears me in here talking and he thinks it's time to come in here and interact. So I'm going to continue to ignore him while I finish this out. But he is a sweet pea and a great big cuddle bunny. But he's not all that obedient. He was full grown when I found him. Well, when he was found and I adopted him. And he had to learn everything. Okay. Interesting. Let us get going here. That is a message and a half. First chakra, Archangel Michael, you need to ground. This is the group that you're trying to use your intuition for too much. Walking away and broken heart. Okay, some of you have your intuition impeded by the fact that you were badly hurt and you're just not healed yet. Nothing is blocking you out from your intuition. You have to finish grieving. You have to finish grieving. And that will help release your anxieties. The garden and the gate is we hold ourselves back. And then we have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That is the restoration of intuition, of spirit guide messages, of guidance. But you need to heal first. Group number 3, in that particular instance, I've got multiple people who you're used to being so strong and kind of bouncing after terrible difficulties. You're being too impatient with yourself. You're being too impatient with yourself. It was a big thing. Let it take the time it takes to heal. That's that message. And then I have healing. Oh, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. You got to heal. You've got to heal. You're not truly blocked. Your gifts are still there. Your ability to be guided is still there, and your ability to see is still there. It is blocked out by some pain that you're trying to pretend isn't there. You're trying to move forward because that's who you are. You've always been the person who gets smushed flat, and then you just haul yourself up under any means and move forward. You have residual and lasting damage that you need to look at. And in that group, you need to heal that before you're really in good enough shape to have another relationship, because there are people here who are wondering about the status of relationship. You have to heal some past damage. You're being kept from somebody until such time as you've healed some damage. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, group number 3. Your intuition will return to you. This is not exterior work, and the cutting and clearing is basically, you need to look within and cut the dark energies that are impeding your growth, your intuition, and your ability to see going forward. But you have the power within. You just have to admit that, hey, I'm not better yet. And that's only for some of you, but it was a pretty assertive energy, so please take a look at it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the thumbs up button, and please subscribe. There's a button over there or down below. Hit the post bell notification. You will be informed every time I post a video or when I'm on streaming live, giving away free readings. Don't forget to enter my giveaway. That is subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will announce the winner. I'm giving away a 60 free minute reading for the remainder of 2020, once a month, every month. I do stream live. You can have it remotely read as well. I prefer to stream live and have people be able to interact, but whatever your preference is, that's what you will get. Drop a comment in the comment section down below after subscribing, and you will automatically be entered. I will announce the winner at the monthly reading. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be a certain moment with all the information on how to do that. I do stream live, so you don't have to be in the same room with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, you have the power to clear your own energies. Take care. Be well. Thank you. Back. If you chose pile number 4, then this is your reading and this is your candle. Everything was anointed with cut and clear, including this knife. And with this motion, I cut all ties in the physical world, in the material world, in the tangible world, in the world that we can touch. There is a 4-point motion that goes along with cut and clear. And so that's the last step of it. Every position on a candle has a meaning to it. Your group is protection from evil. So we are cutting any evil ties to you. Now, is it evil from the past, evil inflicted upon you from another person, or evil that you've encountered in the world? It doesn't matter. It will still work. Let's talk a little bit about what is on this candle plate. I have sea salt and table salt mixed with lemon essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, rosemary, and lavender essential oil. No, I'm sorry, peppermint essential oil, as well as lavender essential oil. Peppermint opens up energetic pathways so that you can release and or receive. Eucalyptus is protective. It helps dissolve darker energies. It's not it doesn't add protection. It's fast acting, but it's not lasting. Rosemary, however, is. Lemon helps dissolve any kind of energetic blockages, and the lavender is to help obscure the work from anybody looking for it energetically. It also helps soothe and sedate anyone involved in it. I have eucalyptus on the plate as well. That is that good kind of dissolve the darker energies to try and allow in light. I have the rosemary in order to add the longer lasting protection. I have carnation petals to try and in white for diplomacy, for forgiveness, for that kind of friendship vibe, and peace as well. But it's good. Carnations pack power to something. They make something more powerful. I have pomegranate flowers as well, so that this spell may continue to prosper, grow, and propagate. And then I have these little purple flowers that come from a type of bush that I'm not even sure of, but I put them on there as an offering to spirit because power and purple go hand in hand, and for some reason spirits love purple as well. All right, let's get going here. I have peace, self-esteem, and then this is a divine message deck, which is choose friends wisely. Oh, somebody's dealing with a false friend. I hate when that happens, but okay, self-esteem and then peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Okay, and then self-esteem, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Some people are dealing with, you're taking too dim a view of yourself. You are more powerful than you believe. You are worth more than you believe. There is not actually evil energy around you. You just don't believe in your own worth. And that's not your fault. It does hail from some childhood abuse. Try and free yourself from the evil of your past. I have strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Remember, you are a survivor. All right, here we go. 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, the Fool, 5 of Swords, Page of Swords in reverse. Not being in communication, the Sun. But this is difficult. Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords in reverse. That's clarity. The World in reverse. The Devil in reverse. Well, good. Giving up bad habits as well. Remember, negative self-talk is one of the things that the Devil in reverse can represent, is giving up punishing ways of speaking to yourself. Judgment in reverse. That is a card of divine timing. In reverse, it can often mean that it is time. And in fact, the Page of Cups comes out with it as well. With the Empress in reverse. Temperance in the upright. And then the 6 of Cups in reverse. All right, I've got several returning energies. So what is going on here? Yeah, you've got a friend that you need to release. Somebody has a friend here, and the thing that will help for you, the thing to cut and clear, is the friendship. It is not serving you. This person, they frequently don't tell you the truth, and you find out about it, and then you make excuses for it. Please stop. This is a problem that they have that you can't solve it, you can't heal it, and you can't understand it out of the way. Meaning that no matter how understanding you are, it is going to, that's not what's going to heal it. They need to heal from within. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know your true worth. Choose your friends wisely. There's just somebody who they're not really on your side, and you know who it is, by the way. You've got that inkling. You've got that feeling that, like, this person genuinely doesn't mean me well, and I don't know what I've done. And so that's what's holding you within a relationship. The cut and clear that you need to do is clearing that relationship. It will bring you peace as well. I'm a being of love. Do not live in an adversarial energy. Somebody's tried to make a new beginning, but you didn't try and leave behind. Again, there's that friendship. There's a reunion of somebody from the past coming to you in an entirely separate, boy, those are 2 entirely separate groups. This is a general reading, so not everything can apply to everyone, obviously. But I have somebody who needs to release, and you know who this is. You know who the friend is, who they kind of make you feel bad about yourself a lot. And they're very controlling, and you catch, they say they'll do things for you and they never follow through. And you like keep giving them the benefit of the doubt. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Move on, leave them behind. That's how you cut and clear that energy. But other than that, there is a separate one where somebody's waiting for the return of someone. They are coming to you. They are coming to you very, very shortly indeed. You just need to work on loving yourself, feeling good about yourself, and knowing that you deserve all of the good things that are trying to come to you. This is the negative self-talk group that you need to release a tendency towards being way too hard on yourself. Think of it this way. Do not say things to yourself that you would never say to another person. Treat yourself with as much kindness as you would reserve for somebody that you just only sort of care about. Not saying that you're not deeply invested in your friendships and relationships. I'm just using it as an example. You don't be more punishing to you than you would be towards another person. Be forgiving, be understanding, and know that we all do make mistakes, and that's not saying, hey, the mistake was fine, I'll just pretend it isn't there. Look at it, confront it, figure out what it was made out of, make the amends that you can, and then go forward with the energy of wanting to change that. We change as much as we want to. Change is just made out of choice. Make a different choice, make a different choice, make a different choice, and you pave a different path. And it's really the devil in reverse, that simple. I've got somebody trying to give up a very bad habit here, and it looks like a very bad habit indeed. That is the way that you get there. It is compromising your physical health as well. Quite frankly, it looks like you take in too much alcohol. If that's not, by the way, if that doesn't describe you, then you're part of another group, or another pile is your particular pile. But I have somebody who has been trying to deal with some feelings of self-worth by like trying to, and social anxiety as well, by drinking. You think it makes you funnier and happier and easier to approach. It's actually, accept that you are that person always, and just learn how to let that person out without needing to chemically alter yourself as much as you are. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drinking, there genuinely isn't. I have somebody here, and if this does not describe you, I'm not speaking to you, who is really going to town on a regular basis, trying to alleviate a feeling of depression. It's not going to work. Please stop. I want to check one more thing. Protection from evil. This one's going to be a little bit harder. I have somebody who needs to release a relationship with a family member. They criticize you, they insult you. It's not a very close-in family member. They are dealing with their own issues and they take things out on you. Just try to avoid them and you will simply start to feel better. It is part of kind of upping your feeling of peace, restoring your feeling of worth. This person is very, very, very deeply unhappy. I have it as a woman, a female relative. She's very unhappy and she keeps taking it out on you. And there's a stealth energy to this. Like everything will be fine and then right in there. Be careful, that will never change. It is a form of abuse, and I don't think the person is evil or nasty or terrible, but they don't have a place in your life. Nobody who injures you on purpose has a place in your life. It is simply, it's not the energy of love. For the person who needs to release the friend who is, you're a better friend to them than they have ever been to you, and they're hurting you and disillusioning you by saying they will help you with things and then not coming through on it, just release that person. They have their own issues. You can't fix them. It is not about you. It is about them. There are things that you need to learn about your background. This is again yet another instance. I have somebody here who was badly abused as a child. Particularly when it comes to your weight. Remember, you are more than a number on a scale or a size of a jeans, pant size. But you had somebody, and I think it's this mother figure who just made you feel so bad about yourself. Again, her own issues. And you can have a relationship with somebody with as many boundaries in place as you need to protect yourself. You're entitled to safety. You're entitled to emotional safety. If this person cannot respect that, then they shouldn't have as much access to you as you're granting them. Make your own family. I have somebody else who is waiting. This has been a lot of people are waiting for somebody to come back to them as well. They're on their way. They genuinely are on their way. You just are being asked to finish up some of your own work first. You're setting a stage for a next stage in your life. There's been a transformation in your life group number 4. And you're trying to figure out who you are now that you've redefined so many things. You don't want to keep releasing people because it feels like that's all you ever do. Do you know it's the right call? That's that friend again. Someone in this group has a friend who is, it's just, you put in the almost all of the work in the friendship. Like you're always the one picking up the phone for them when they're upset, and then you get their voicemail when you are. Find reciprocity in friendships and relationships. What is hurting your self-esteem is that you're not saying, well, I should move on. You deserve reciprocity. And if somebody has broken their word to you multiple times, know that that is something innate to them, and that you can't solve that, nor should you. we can't do somebody else's work for them. And sometimes we learn what we can. And in this case, it's about learning what you deserve and the treatment you deserve. And then you should leave them to their own work. And it doesn't need to be something that's filled with animosity or anger, but it's time is what this is saying. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Hey, I had somebody returning to this group as well. It seemed to be like peripheral to the other situations that are going with the protection from evil, where you have things that are holding you back in your life. It's not this person returning to you, but you are asking, oh, healing. You're being asked to heal first. There's a lot of healing energy around this cut and clear working. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Heal yourself as well, and then find balance. Find balance between your work, rest, and playtime. You will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. This is for the group also that is that balance issue. I don't think that you are truly an alcoholic, by the way. I think that you've just fallen into a bad pattern. I think it might be lockdown related. I'm not entirely sure, but do know that I don't think you have a true addiction forming, but that abuse of that substance is not serving you. And that, even though I wouldn't say it's evil, that's the thing that you need to cut out of your life. It can develop into a very bad way of life if you're not careful. So start cutting things out that are hurting you as well. And I'm going to close this reading out with a Making Magic card. All right, and remember, this is not the same thing as a 7-day working, but you don't need one. You just need this energetic boost. So borrow this energy that I've conjured, activated, amplified, and empowered, and take it into your life to try and figure out what it is that you need to cut out of your sphere to energetically move forward. Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Once you release the darker energies that are weighing you down, you should start feeling a lot better. Group number 4, I'm pleased to say, very little exterior evil. You have an old relationship and an old friendship in some instances that needs to be released, but for the most part, you need to be as kind to yourself as you would be to other people. There are multiple scenarios going on, but it's all about self-care, good self-talk, and self-protection in this group. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Please consider sharing it. Don't forget to subscribe. The button's over there or down below, and hit the post bell notification so that you're notified every time that I post or want to jump on live to do free readings, which I have been doing and I'm about to go do very soon. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment that'll contain all of the information on how to do that. I do stream live. You do not need to be in the same room with me. What else is there today to talk about? I think that, oh, don't forget to enter my giveaway. Go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. It is open to subscribers. I give away a 60-minute free reading each month. Be on any topic that you want. I can read remotely or live stream. I prefer to live stream personally. I like to be able to interact with my clients, but if you prefer remote, then we will do it remotely. My first winner did, and she was very pleased with it. Thanks again. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Be well. Remember, you have the power to cut and clear your energies.